why he's been sort of effective in the past. I know the reason why he's lost his last 3 title fights. And, it's not because he's fantastic, he's very fast, he's got a great skill set.
When it comes to bringing out the best in you, in other boxers especially, they say that they need a real challenge to get 110%. Do you feel that you've got that? Do you feel that you've got that motivation?
I hope so. I hope he doesn't come out. What I want to see across the ring is, I want to see a six-pack on him across the ring. I want to see him looking lean and mean. I don't want to see him with his gut hanging over his shorts like he normally does. I want to see him looking ripped. I want to see him looking, okay. But then he might get a few rounds. If he comes out looking like that, as punchy fella that he normally does, he could be pretty quick.
A word on the legality of it and the board's threat to ban people. So how seriously?
They've withdrawn that. They withdrew that.
How seriously have you taken the criticism of this fight? How seriously have you taken it personally?
Why should I take it anyway?
It just doesn't register with you.
Why should it register with me? Why would it?
Do you not see what the criticism is? Does it not register? I mean, a lot of people are against
what is the criticism?
A lot of people are saying that this is the fight, first of all, is not sanctioned by the board.
So it's sanctioned by the Luxembourg.
Yeah, but the British board, it was directly going against their will.
They told him to get a license somewhere else. They gave his license back and said he's free to get it somewhere else, and he did.
So in no way you see what the challenge is, that the standard set by the board. That doesn't register with you at all. But this fight was not sanctioned by the British Boxing Board.
Sanctioned by another government. It's different. There's more than one seat, more than one.
Absolutely, yes. It's not, and that's why the criticism by some. A lot's in the press, and I'm sure you've read that this fight. There are people against this fight.
Against it in what way?
They're against this fight taking place. David, this is not what I feel. I'm putting it to you that this is an argument fight from a lot of people.
People are against frigging mixed marriages. People are against gays. People are against loads of things. I don't afraid you have to acknowledge everybody who's against something. I'm a professional boxer, applying my trade, and I'm not breaking any rules.
Can I ask you about the fact that a lot of people, like you're saying, you've obviously both don't like each other, yet it's given you kind of wins to the fight and it's going to put the sales. Do you think there is, we've asked Derek over and over again, is there an element in this that when you guys get to the ring, both before that, the way, all those aspects of it, and afterwards, that you behave physically with each other? Because there is, there is sport as well as women's sport must not be brought into different.
I can guarantee, as long as there are people around to stop him attacking me, I'll be good as gold. I always have been. I've never attacked. I've never pushed or shoved an opponent. I've never spat at anyone. Never slapped anybody. I've never bit an opponent. I've never done any of those things. I've always been there, gone to press conferences. I'll get in someone's face. I'll give them some verbal, but that's it. I never crossed that line. And the only,
was it self-defense then?
Yeah, of course it was. You saw that. I didn't walk over to him. I was standing in the same place. He's the one who walked. Like me walking over to somebody and saying, "I'm gonna give you 2 slaps." Walk down here, all over to them. What do you expect to happen? Especially if someone tells you they're going to give you 2 slaps, and you've seen them 24 hours before that spit in someone's face, slap someone. Why would I think that he was lying and bluffing?
Do you hope the sport of boxing at the end of this comes out with a clean bill?
Yeah, but boxing is always. When has boxing ever had a clean bill of health? There's always something happening somewhere that gives boxing another black eye. Boxing's constantly got a black eye. I've never known a time when it's had nice, clear, smooth skin. And that's why people tune into it. Not because it's a real nice, loving sport with 2 guys who genuinely like each other, go out there and show their skill set against each other. People want to see Roberto Duran, Sugar Ray Leonard. They want to see Fraser Ali. They want to see Tyson versus anyone. People want to see Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather. People want to see Haye Chisora because we want to fight each other. We've shown that we want to fight each other because we already had a fight already. None of us got paid for it. He actually lost a load of dough from that effort. So people want to see a fight with 2 guys who genuinely want to beat each other up.
And it's a genuine heavyweight title fight, not a freak show, yeah?
Yeah, it's not a freak show. If I was fighting Andre the Giant, that'd be a freak show. We're both boxers, I don't believe it's a freak show. I believe it's more of a novelty. It's just a bit of a novelty fight, as Derek's come off 3 title defeats. But then again, it's not a world title fight. So I'm gonna go out there and do what I do. I know Derek's. He's always, when he gets to the ring, he always gives a good account of himself. But it takes a lot more to give a good account of yourself to beat me. Sure, a lot of people have tried that and failed in this way.
David, with when you got Klitschko's and Value before, you sort of brought a lot of the media attention. You was the outspoken one. You had your T-shirts that caused a lot of controversy. With Derek, obviously he's bringing his own sort of side to it. He's got his own voice. Has that made anything a bit different for you? Has it been a bit changed?
It's been a change not having to hype a fight up. Having someone else who can get headlines. The fact that I punched him in the face in Germany, made him an instant overnight household name.
Do you think maybe he's learned from you in the way that you sort of baited him?
He probably learned to move his head a little bit when he gets someone's face. I don't know what was going on the guy's mind, but he's probably happy with what happened. He might, although he got humiliated out there, here we go, he's getting a payday. I don't know what he's getting for the fight, might get £1 million or whatever it is. Good luck to him,
We've seen what he's willing to do in weigh-ins to unsettle opponents. Do you expect anything like that to happen?
I'm not going to let him get that close to me. He saw all this security around me, and his mind automatically thought I was trying to protect myself from him. He didn't realise it's the other way around. Didn't you see what happened in Germany? If I'd have had these guys with me in Germany, that whole altercation wouldn't have happened, because they would have stopped him getting to me. But they didn't. No one was there. I was on my own, and I had to kick his ass. And it'll happen again. July 14th.
You insisted on that till the bell goes.
Yeah, I said I don't want him anywhere near me. Frank Ryan's guaranteed my safety. So this is contractual. He's contractually guaranteed my safety.
Till the bell goes.
To the bell goes, yeah, obviously. Then I'm on my own.
David, if you hadn't struck the anything, what do you think Derek would have done?
He'd be working Halfords. Yeah, if I wouldn't have struck him, then he'd be just another guy who's lost 3 title fights in the spin.
Would you have fought him if that hadn't happened? If you hadn't been
Nobody would want to see the fight, no way. I didn't want to fight him after that altercation happened, to be honest. I was no interest in fighting him. It was only public demand that made the fight happen. Not because he's got anything that I want. He's lost his last 3 title fights. He has absolutely nothing. Other than just a bit of satisfaction I'll get from beating up again. He's got nothing. He comes to the table empty-handed.
David, any kind of thoughts on what you might be doing after this fight? Obviously, Vitali's announced.
We're going to party. Vitali's fighting some guy I've never heard of. I don't think that guy actually heard of him himself. So I think he's going to get into politics. But he was making all the right noises before the fight, saying, "Okay, you fight Derek Chisora, the winner fights me." Okay, then that's another incentive to make the fight happen. The public demand, and Vitali and Bernd Bunter saying, you two fight, we fight the winner. Okay, I'm interested, because when I blast out Derek Chisora, that's an automatic comparison people can make with Vitali. Okay, it makes sense. Keep me in shape over the summer, so we'll fight in September, but obviously they're now the Klitschko's are now using the fact that he's been fighting Derek Chisora as a reason why not to fight him. So that was their idea in the first place. He's fighting someone else and then he says he's retiring, so yeah. I don't believe anything they say anymore. They say so many different things.
So you've not given up hope?
I've kind of given up hope. The fact that, someone says, okay, you fight him and I'll fight the winner. Okay, cool. You book the fight to fight him, and then they say, oh no, it's in shambles, you should do it. Okay, I'm not wasting energy on it anymore. Just focus on it. Derek Chisora wants to fight me. He genuinely wants to fight me, so I'd rather focus on that.
How about
Vladimir's beat me already, doesn't he? He's said so many times he's got no interest in fighting me. Even though he earned more money in that fight than any other fight before, it was the biggest fight ever he's ever had. He doesn't want to do it again. So fair enough, he doesn't have to fight me again. He beat me fair and square. I don't know. I'm just focused on this fight. Things in boxing change real quick, particularly if I go out there and blast out Derek Chisora in a couple of rounds. might cause a bit of a few raised eyebrows to think, hold up, now David will get up entirely. Now that he's fully healthy and he's firing all cylinders again. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Yeah, good. Same as normal. Train hard always. I was training hard before this fight was announced. I'll do see in the press conference that and then I'll do a general press conference in Germany that was in shape. Always ready to run shoes. A lot of good guys out there, on the world scene as well. In America, you got Devontae Wilder, you got Seth Mitchell, both young guys coming through. And obviously here you got David Price, really guy who's just sparring a lot of times. He's very sharp, very crisp. Obviously, I think him and Tyson Fury have got a score to settle. So I think there's definitely some good guys out there in the world. The heavyweight division is looking good. So when the Klitschko's do retire, I think there'll be some good scraps out there.
David, are you back for good? So after you blast that Chisora, like you're saying, if the Klitschko fight doesn't materialise?
The only reason I'm taking this fight was supposedly to get a Klitschko fight. That was it. They said fight Derek Chisora and then fight the winner. Then Vitaly fight the winner, and now he's not. So since I've already scheduled this fight, I'm going to pull out this fight. I'm just going to go through and have as far as I'm concerned, I'm just focused on this fight and that's it.
So the Hollywood career just on pause for the moment.
Yeah, for a few more months.
So you're back out there.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Are you staying indoors a lot in the build up to this fight, in case you might go out and bump into Derek in a bar and club?
I'm not changing my movements. I've already bumped this already and came out the victor that time round. I don't think he's got anything up his sleeve for me.
Okay.
Describe how he's looking at the moment.
He's looking trim, I have to say. I was actually quite surprised. His face is quite chiselled. Normally he's got a big fat round head, but this time round he actually looks quite good. So he must be doing something right. Must be staying out at McDonald's and eating some healthy food for once.
And see Adam Booth, is he slaughtering you in training to get back for hitting him with a tripod?
A little bit. He always slaughters me anyway, so personal. And
have you had a chance to watch the Klitschko movie yet?
No. I've been sleeping well at the moment. If I struggle, if I get insomnia, I might put it on to see how it helps.
Okay, and this fight, would you say this fight will finally live up to the hype? You had a couple of disappointing fights.
I hope so. Derek's coming to fight. He's coming to win. So he'll give me plenty to hit, plenty to punch at. So I'm looking forward to it.
Can we expect several rounds, do you reckon?
I hope so. I'd hate to blast him at one round.
We did.
I know. I'd torture him for a while, punish him, drag it out.
And with Ruben in LA with Amir Khan, who's cooking all your organic food at the moment?
Bobby Rich, he's been helping out with my organic stuff. I'm getting the same produce from same place, and I think Amir Khan should be firing all cylinders now that he's got Ruben on board helping him out with his diet and making an organic punching machine.
Awesome. And after your antics in Munich, we wondered if you would ever develop your own self-defense style. Hey, can do.
Yeah, I might do. I like that. All right. Strike first.
Thanks for that.
What's going on, man? How are you? You good? Good to see you, mate.
Great.